Hey, this is H1. We're about to be running it back with another episode. And if you're trying to learn about chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that like. Let's get into it, my boy. Okay, first of all, we got our first game going here. I said that like I was gonna go through many more games, but the white pieces we have Loic Van Willy, 23-25, yes sir. And then for the black pieces we have, I can't say that. I can say his last name is probably Contek, Konteki. I don't know, but his rating is 2370, so black should be winning this. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how the game goes and how they finish it. As I'm guessing the Grandmasters, but I could be mistaken. This game was played in 1988, and let's just get into some good chess. We have D4, F5. Whoa, what kind of mess is going on here? We got a Dutch defense going on. I don't like that little marker showing up. Let's get that out of here. We don't need those markers. I don't need you to tell me what move is an inaccuracy. That's what I'm here for. Get that out of here. F5, knight C3. What kind of openings are they playing? This is a Dutch defense Raphael variation. What is a Raphael? Why are we talking about Ninja Turtles up in here? Okay. D5, bishop G5, knight F6, bishop takes F6, E takes F6, E3. We got double pawns over here already, but they're good because they're taking over a lot of squares that you want to cover for black. So don't be worried about double pawns all the time when you're playing your chess games. Just calm down. Those double pawns can be good, especially if they're bunched together like all these pawns. You know what I mean? Okay. H1 is telling the truth for real when it comes to that. The next move was C6. Bishop D3, G6, H4, pushing up Hector. Hector, go. Dang, the other Hector stopped it. He's like anti-Hector. And get that Hector out of here. Knight F3, Bishop D6, Knight E2, Bishop E6, Bishop E6, big inaccuracy. Which is nothing. Just white is up 1 point. That's it. So black has knight A6, and you're probably saying, what if white just captured this knight? What if white just captures this knight? Well, you don't want to capture it with the pawn. You actually want to give this checkaroo over here and then capture that bishop. Keep your pawns intact, and that's how you play chess. But we got this bishop E6, and this is kind of a common theme with these certain pawn structures, to have these bishops on these two squares. Know your pawn structures. Know where your pieces belong in those pawn structures. B3, knight D7, C4, queen E7, C5, attacking that bishop. Bishop C7, queen C2, castle kingside, castle kingside. Those pawns are pushed up a little bit, but is it going to be a weakness if white doesn't have an opportunity to get behind these pawns? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who wins. Knight E5. Whoa. What's the plan here? What's the plan? We're going to see the plan, because guess what white plays after that? He accepts the sacrifice. D takes E5, F takes E5, threatening the fork, and I don't think that there's a space that the bishop can even go or hide. But let's see. Knight G5, E4, Knight F4, taking control of these squares. Kind of an accuracy, but let's see if black takes care of that move. The engines are saying that they like the move B4 for some reason. That would have been better, but let's go ahead with this move. E takes 3. I'm only looking for the big blunders, the mistakes that the person. And I want to see a big blunder, a really big blunder. And I want to see the other person just miss it completely. When they miss stuff completely, that's hilarious to a certain extent. I be laughing my butt off. I swear I do. Okay. Queen D3, Bishop F7, B4, A6, G3, Bishop E5, Rook AD1. Moving that rook from the danger of the bishop. You gotta be prophylactic. Make sure that you're keeping in mind your opponent moves when you're playing chess. Bishop F6, attacking this knight, threatening to take this knight twice. Get that extra pawn. Knight F3, move it. Rook FE8, Knight D4, Queen D7, A4, Rook E4, King G2, Queen E7, Rook B1. So the major plan for white is to get this break in. Usually when you're playing chess, you want to look for pawn breaks, and that's the only pawn break I can see for white that they can do, because this is the base and we're going for that base. They can't be doing stuff like this. That's not going to work. That's just going to cause too many weaknesses. Hopefully y'all seen all those arrows. Other than that, if this break does not work for white, I don't see what else white can do against black's hold that they have. And plus, if the position opens up a lot more, those two bishops could be flying like rockets, bro. You know who has a big rocket? Bruno Mars. You know who has a big rocket? Mars. That bishop is locked behind these pawns because all these pawns are on light squares. That's a really bad bishop. Let's make sure that this bishop stays bad. That's saying that if I'm on the white side, you don't know what side I am. I'm not a biased person of any chance. You know me. You know H1. Stop playing. Bishop takes D4. E takes D4, G5, H takes G5, Queen takes G5, Queen D2, H4, breaking up this king side. Let's see if this little bitty attack works. And this bishop going to be kind of getting some air. I don't know. White is kind of botching this. Rook B3, that swing over. You can't take this pawn anymore. Queen G7. Better would have been just Bishop G6. That's what they're saying. Sometimes the engine just says moves that kind of looks confusing. Because what's the plan after Rook H1? Just what's the plan? What's the plan? I don't know. I don't know what. I guess Bishop G6 kind of guards against the pin of the queen and the king. But that's pretty strategic actually. I don't know. Queen G7, Rook D3, King F8, Rook H1, H takes G3, Rook takes G3. These rooks are powerful now. Look at these beautiful rooks. They're doing their job. I know why white is up this position. Queen F6. This is the blunder. This is the blunder that I was looking for. Can you find the correct move? And if you do want to find the correct move, pause the video. H1 will wait. I waited long enough. The correct move is Rook H7. Maybe we're going to double it. You never know. We're going to see how white finesses this game. Rook takes D4. Knight G6. Check. Bishop takes G6. Queen H6. Check. King E8. Do you want to say the last move? There's probably a lot more good moves, but Rook takes G6 is just awful. It's bad. That's ugly. 1988 games is bad. Stupid. Ugh. Man, my eyes. All these pieces just infiltrated the king side. And I thought that they was planning on doing B5. I don't know why I said B4 that last that last section, but b5 would have been the move. But b5 was never played. Do y'all realize what just happened? Black opened up the king side, looking for an attack, which they could have been successful on if they would have played the right moves, but it backfired completely. This rook hasn't moved the whole game. That rook was trash in the corner. You know what? Somebody else's trash is somebody else's treasure.
It's no turning back, pressing on toward the vision. Yeah, I see where we was, and I see where we going. It's no turning back, pressing on toward the vision. Yeah, man, we choosing to get up and keep it moving.